Hello everybody, I am Project Mystic, and welcome to Raw Reaction Episode 2, Monday, July 29th, 30th, 2012, and if you haven't noticed, this is posted on Django Darko for the first time in a few years. I have posted on Django Darko. I have decided to get my content back up on Django Darko and try and build up Django Darko back, so then Project Mystic will have a use for the Let's Plays and all that. But Django Darko will be a channel in use again, coming up in the end of 2012 to the rest of who knows how long. Okay, everybody. Raw kicks off, with its usual pyro. Well, they pyro tested, and the stage caught on fire. Not their problem. Well, technically it is, but you know how WWE is very sensitive about it. So you gotta keep it PG. Okay? They start off the show after they put out the fire. And the first thing we see is the intro, of course. But it was really that captured my attention after the intro, when CM Punk addressed the WWE Universe of what he did last week with The Rock, and he basically stated how everyone was quick to turn the gun on him, and Jerry Lawler. CM Punk didn't like what Jerry Lawler said, so he got up from the ring, put his championship down on the announce table, sat Indian style on the table, and talks directly to Jerry Lawler. I was like, the Punk is back. I mean, I personally like CM Punk as a heel better than I do as a face. I wish they would have turned John Cena heel, but the WWE fan base would have more of a negative reaction to John Cena turning heel, because those little kids out there who love John Cena. I like John Cena because he's the best. I hate Dolph Ziggler because he made fun of John Cena. Basically, if he's a heel, they hate him. They're a face, you like him. Continuing with that, Big Show interrupted CM Punk, basically saying like how he's the WWE champion and everything should end with him stealing the show, and he should not be interrupted by The Rock, someone who who Punk thinks he's better than. He does. He thinks that since he's the WWE champion, he should be the one who should spotlight the whole Raw 1000, not The Rock. And I personally agree on that, Punk. Props to you. I'm a real punk. That's what you call it. Hashtag you're a punk on Twitter. But anyways, Big Show comes out and says, I think the spotlight was on me because I knocked John Cena out and you couldn't even pin him, saying that exact words. And then dun 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 dun, who comes out? Super Cena. Get mad at Big Show, so he starts going to work on the Big Show automatically. Big Show had to get out the ring before Cena started anything going. CM Punk, just kind of faded out of that match, Cena stealing his spotlight. And then the GM of Raw comes out, AJ, and makes a match, Big Show versus Cena, in a #1 contender spot for Punk's WWE Championship. Now, at this point, I made a prediction that it's going to be a triple threat at SummerSlam for the WWE Championship, CM Punk versus John Cena versus the Big Show. Get to that in a later. After that, we have a jobber match that, was overkill, and how they played it off to be a long match just because they cut to commercial. It was Santino Marella, United States Champion, versus Del Rio, and basically versus Del Rio beat the crap out of Santino Marella and said, I deserve much more better than that, and to prove I'm gonna be ready for Sheamus. He's not going to fight until SummerSlam. So basically a bunch of cheap shots are coming Sheamus' way, so he better be on guard. But basically, why is Santino champion? I mean, give it to someone who is worthy of the champion. Santino doesn't even defend the championship, and probably when he defends it, he's gonna lose it. My personally pick for the WWE champion, no, not the WWE champion, but the United States champion, is Tyson Kidd. I think Tyson Kidd deserved it with that monster win against Tensai. And I really think Tyson Kidd could be a great mid-card wrestler, and bring up the United States Championship really well. But they keep making him lose to Tensai. That match sucked, basically. And I had nothing positive to say about it, besides the fact just bring up Tyson Kidd and Alberto Del Rio just smacking the shit out of Santino Marella. After that, they cut to Daniel Bryan waiting at AJ's door because he wants to have a talk with AJ, after the whole wedding thing, and left him at the altar, which was embarrassing. And after that whole one scene of like 30 seconds, they cut to like a long commercial, only to come back with Brutus Clay dancing in the ring. Out comes Vicky Guerrero, and I was like, finally, I hope it's Jack Swagger wrestling. Please let it be Jack Swagger. And apparently it was just a dancing contest to see who was better, Vicky or the Funkadactyls, and well, yeah, you get the rest. I thought it was going to be a wrestling match between Brodus Clay and Jack Swagger, another slaughter match. I was like, jobber after jobber. WWE, you really killing us already in the 3 hours. And then Damien Sandow, or as I like to call him, the guy with a beard. Well, I didn't call him that, Damien Sandow. I always called that guy the guy with the beard because I never knew his name until this happened today. Well, yesterday. He came out saying like how he's the martyr for the WWE ever since he got beat up by DX, and how he should be the example of how everyone in the WWE should basically be like him, with his look like Triple H self when he first started the WWE. Long beard, robe, he has it all. He's basically going to be the new Triple H in my way. And after that, like that long basically segment, he starts attacking Brodus Clay, and you expected Brodus Clay to fight back, but every time Brodus Clay tried to fight back, he just kept knocking him down, and I was like, this will be pretty good. And I would really like to see how this little feud will play out over the course of the week. So, that was an okay moment, I guess. If you really like that guy with the beard. I do. It's okay. Now, at this point, it was Daniel Bryan going into AJ's locker room and basically saying, like, I'm sorry. It's not my fault. You need a little help. And she was like, well, those guys in white look like from a mental asylum, and you know what, for that, you're going to get a match tonight. So she put him in a match against Sheamus, and basically, she was going to have the WWE Universe pick what type of match it was. No holds barred, false count anywhere, and street fight. And, I voted for a street fight, but what is the difference between all three of those? They all can go outside the ring. They all can win outside the ring. They all can use anything outside the ring or anywhere. It's all the same, just different titles. I guess WWE, I think WWE really kind of tipped the scale on that one. Like, if they really loved us, they would have set up a Hell in a Cell, just in case, and then had Hell in a Cell as one of the matches. And if it wasn't Hell in a Cell, just keep it up there for the rest of the night. Yeah, that's work. But if you love the WWE Nation so much like you say you do, then show you love the WWE Nation, that you love them. I mean, the things they do to go out of your way, just know you have a good match. They're either playing it safe, they don't want anyone to get injured, or they just don't care enough. Basically, they set this up, and I don't know why I voted. I'm pretty sure if none of us voted, it would still be street fight. Daniel Bryan gets his ass whooped by Sheamus in the street fight. Following that, it was a pretty overall decent match. It lasted longer than I thought it would. It was actually better than I thought it would be, actually. I think Sheamus came away with the win after the big boot by Daniel Bryan. And then basically Daniel Bryan was like, no, I'm not gonna leave the ring. He was like, my neck is hurting. So then he gets up because he says, my neck is hurting, I need a doctor. Well, if your neck is hurting, why are you talking and moving and jumping and kicking. And then Kofi Kingston and R-Truth with Lil Jimmy comes out to the ring. And basically it's like a comedy scene. It's like a waste of time, actually. I don't think WWE cares. I mean, this whole 3 hours it's nothing but crap so far. I think it will get better, but tonight the 3 hours was just crap. I thought it was gonna be decent for WWE, but it's gonna end up like Nitro, I guess. Okay, so basically they come out, and basically Daniel Bryan kicks Lil Jimmy out the ring, and the guys in white were gonna come and take R-Truth away because he needed mental help. But then AJ said they need to escort Daniel Bryan out of the ring because Daniel Bryan's the one that needed mental help. And then he leaves the ring. And then here comes the primetime players. Titus Young is going to verse Kofi Kingston with R-Truth. And as you know, AW is by ringside, which you all know is Abraham Washington, which technically AW stands for. Okay, so, Kofi Kingston is about to win the match with the Trouble in Paradise because Titus O'Neil got distracted by AW talking and saying how great he was. Then he's lining up the Trouble in Paradise, but then AW takes off his shoe and throws it at Kofi Kingston and says, "Your mama." And then Kofi Kingston, grabs his shoe and then tosses it at AW, chasing him down the ramp. But then he got distracted by Titus O'Neil and he got finished. So the primetime players came away with the victory. And it wasn't short, it wasn't long, 'cause it's pretty decent. Pretty well for the feud. I think the primetime players will be a great tag team champions, and I'm just kind of waiting for Evan Bourne to get back, so the tag team division can become a little better. It may be a whole triple thing going on. I don't know. Maybe they'll just take the tag team division, make new tag teams with some people, I guess. But then, returning to the commercial, like Michael Cole says, we apologize here at WWE for anything that AW said. And all he said was your mama. And just because of that, WWE took it too far, serious. We publicly apologize for that moment. It was not funny. It wasn't our fault. Please accept my man. No one cares about your bitch ass apology. I'm tired of this PG shit. You apologize for your mama joke. I mean, all the PG stuff I see, you bleep out words that we clearly saw in that Brock Lesnar Triple H promo. He was like, "I came here to talk to the horse's head, not the horse's ass." But they bleeped out ass. What is with? Oh, I'm pretty sure Linda McMahon isn't running for no governor position or state power position anymore. So I'm pretty sure you can just drop the PG shit already. Going back, it was a moment with CM Punk and John Cena being in the backstage. Basically, nothing happened. CM Punk was like, "Hey, I'm better than you," or "It's not your fault that this happened to you. You shouldn't feel bad for something I accomplished and you didn't. You shouldn't feel bad." And then Heath Slater had another open challenge. This challenge, he was like, "I want a current WWE superstar, not all the legends that, beat me up." And then here comes the return of the Viper Randy Orton, which was a high point of the night. I was like, yes, Randy Orton's back. Randy Orton's back. I gotta tweet this. And Randy Orton is back. It was basically the old Slaughter jobber match. And then after that, Orton won. That was it. Orton just dominated him. Then we had a little promo thing for SummerSlam, hyping it up. When we come back, it was Chris Jericho and Christian versus Dolph Ziggler and The Miz. Now, this match was another great match I saw last night. And Christian and Miz, not Christian and Miz. It was good to further the feud of Christian and Miz and Dolph Ziggler and Chris Jericho, proving that Dolph Ziggler can hang around with these, the legends. Chris Jericho hasn't lost his ring rust. It's great to further every feud. Get two birds with one stone. That's the matches I like to see with our WWE. Christian and The Miz are going to get it for the Intercontinental Championship. Dolph Ziggler thinks he's better than Chris Jericho, so Chris Jericho's laying the smackdown on him. I love that. Chris Jericho and Christian win, but at the end of the match, Dolph Ziggler just knocks out Chris Jericho trying to make a statement from what he did on SmackDown. Next, after that, we had Tensai versus Tyson Kidd, which was a pretty one-sided match. You know, no one liked it because we were approaching Raw's third hour. The crowd was dead. Everyone was chanting "Jobber, Jobber." I expected Tyson Kidd to win, but Tensai won. It was horrible. Then we have the main event, Cena versus The Big Show, which was crap also. The match was crap. The commentary was good because CM Punk was on commentary. People power, not really. But, you know, Punk was on commentary and I loved it. When it was about to be the end of the match, John Cena, he got all hyped and all, man, Superman, he went all that. But then CM Punk came out and then knocked out both of them. He was like, the winner is nobody, so there's no one to face me for the championship. But then AJ comes out here and she says, Punk, you will face The Big Show at SummerSlam and John Cena. So I was like, that's my prediction. But, you know, it was kind of an obvious prediction to make because, you know, both guys deserved it, I guess. And I didn't know this was going to happen, but, you know, it was now a triple threat for the WWE Championship at SummerSlam. CM Punk versus Cena versus Big Show. That match is pretty good. SummerSlam lineup is looking decent, I guess. You have Triple H, Brock Lesnar, and the WWE Championship match, and the World Heavyweight Championship match, which is Sheamus versus Alberto Del Rio. I expect all matches to be great. I expect this pay-per-view to be top-notch since it is the 30th or 25th annual. I can't remember. But, as I say, Raw this time deserves a 6.5. Matches weren't that good. I think two or three matches were good. And one scene was very, very good. And, you know, CM Punk on commentary was priceless as always. I give it a 6.5 solid. Crap. Nothing above an 8. Nothing below a 5. It was, I guess, crap, but not really. I've seen worse Raws. Yeah. Anyways, guys, I have a question for you. Follow me on Twitter, at Project Mystic. It's all connected. Django Darko out, and Project Mystic. Guys, whoa, I want to address one thing. Almost forgot about the end of this one. I didn't address the thing I wanted to. There's this guy on Twitter. I said I wouldn't bring this back up, but I guess I will have to make a statement. He says we need Divas matches, and I said, you know, Divas today are only for eye candy and all that stuff. And then all these people got mad because, you know, like, yo, you're talking shit and you don't know, you're dumb. No one cares about your opinion. Well, one reason, guys, today's Divas suck. Oksana and Kelly, they both suck. How can people like them? All they do is just scream. WWE has them win the matches. It's just complete crap. They're not good at all. This year's Divas suck. Last year's Generation Divas were the best Divas I have ever seen. That's when I was loving the Divas matches. I couldn't get enough of the Divas matches. I was a normal fanboy, basically. But now, this year's Divas suck. I love not to see him in a match right now, because that's good, and a lot of people in the WWE Universe requested no Divas matches, that's why we're not getting them. 2. How is my opinion dumb? It's my opinion, it can't be proven right, it can't be proven wrong. It's like a theory, basically. And as one of my friends says, your opinion is like a butthole, everyone has one. Okay? 2. You can't call me dumb if I back up all my facts with factual logic stuff. You can't call me dumb because I have you know, facts, have all the things planned out that you may say. I have, you know, like I said, I actually have proof that this happened and how the crap. So you can't call me dumb, and I'm not a little kid. You know who am I referring to? Follow me, Project Mystic. Do you understand me now, dude? And as I always end it, guys of the YouTube, Twitter, Facebook universe, are you listening now?